May the gods keep the wolves in the hills and the women in our beds.
Hey! Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
Well, hello, sexy monkeys. Welcome back to Sky Gene Experience. I'm Ben. Today, I'm going to talk about the new miniseries on Paramount Plus called The Offer. It's about Paramount Pictures making the 1972 The Godfather. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am hooked. Hooked. Such a great TV miniseries. It's 10 episodes. So far, they've done 5. And I just binged the first 5 episodes, and they're about an hour long each, give or take 5-10 minutes. Great. I absolutely cannot wait to finish this whole 10 episodes. I absolutely love it.
Making of The Godfather in 1971 drew several real-life Godfathers out of the shadows. They had some concerns about the script, about the depiction of Italian Americans, and brought pressure on Paramount's corporate head.
Essentially, this miniseries is through the eyes of Miles Teller. He plays Ruddy. He is the main producer that made The Godfather work, and it's through his eyes. So this is really showing you what a producer does and what a producer, how they make a movie in Hollywood. And this vibe really gave me the vibe of the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Obviously, the Marcel Scorsese Godfathers, Playboy Mansion, like Hugh Hefner, and the Bruce Wayne Bachelor vibe. All of that mixed into this, amazing. But mostly the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, straight up, it felt like I was watching that movie. But not the graphic, but it did have the humor. And throughout the movie, you have like the music of like The Godfather. If it's not The Godfather music, it's definitely like right next door to it. It gives you that vibe of The Godfather. One thing that caught me off guard about this is it shows the side of the real life mafia during the time of The Godfather, because they talk about The Godfather, how the book was made, and in the book, I didn't know this, but in the book, it really offended a lot of Italian Americans, especially the mobsters of like New York City. They did not like this book. So when they found out that it was being a movie made, they were like hell bent on not making this movie. In the mob, they talk about the Columbio family. So Joe Columbio, he's the head boss guy for the Columbio family. I'm not an expert on the mafia, but it's nice to see their side also, because it's not just the point of view of Paramount Pictures. You have them, and then you have also the mafia itself, which was really dope. It was really cool you get to really see the behind the scenes of Paramount Pictures from the 70s. That's where the vibe of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because in that movie you really get the vibe of like what's Hollywood behind, the camera, and you get this vibe 100%, and it makes sense because it's on Paramount Plus, Paramount Pictures. It makes sense, and they fucking hit a home run. Alright, so in this TV series, you get to see characters of like the head of the Paramount studio, Robert Evans. He's a really main character in this movie. Also, Marlo Puzo, I hope I pronounced that right. He's the one that wrote The Godfather, the book. He ends up being the co-writer for the screenplay. First time writing a screenplay also, so he is learning the process. And he co-writes with the director Francis Ford Coppola. You also introduce the characters like Elizabeth Taylor, Robert Redford, Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra plays a surprisingly character. Like, he's actually in this more than I thought he was going to be. And then Mickey Cohen. And Mickey Cohen, if you watch the movie Gangster Squad, with Ryan Reynolds and Josh Brolin, where they're the PD of LA and they bring down Mickey Cohen. His character's in this movie, and I liked this character of Mickey Cohen. He's really good. This movie, I'm noticing throughout these episodes, they end on like kind of a cliffhanger-ish, where it's like something happens, and you're like, oh shit, how is he or she going to get out of the situation? They always end on that, which is really good. But so far, for this first episode, it got me hooked in, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes. Seriously. And it did not let up. I watched the first 5 episodes. I'm doing 1 episode review at a time. And at the very end, I'll do a whole season review. But wow, I am so glad I'm watching this because I'm enjoying it so much. And Paramount is only like $5, so for Paramount Plus. So I highly recommend go checking it out, guys. All right, Section Monkeys. I will see you later. Remember, if you go to jail, do not drop the soap.